What's going on, world? Big Bink's Break Room Podcast, Big Bink Show. Coming in after a hell of a Super Bowl. Now, I don't know if you are into the whole football, the whole NFL. The Super Bowl is probably the most. Excuse me. Probably the most. Yeah, we keep it real on the break room. I'm tired. It's probably the biggest, the most watched sport in America. But I don't know. It might not be bigger than soccer overseas. But yesterday it was a lot of what ifs in the big game. Everybody talked about it. Tom Brady, the GOAT, versus Patrick Mahomes, the soon-to-be GOAT, or down the road GOAT in training, if you will. Tom Brady beat the odds and got his seventh Super Bowl out of 10 tries. Like that's a feat in itself. Like to get 7 out of 10, that's 70% in Super Bowl games. Like he got more championships than some teams who've been in the league since the existence of the league. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got none. They might have 1 or 2. Damn sure ain't nobody got 4 or 5. It might be about 3 with 5. Let's see. Pittsburgh has 5, or maybe they got 6. Dallas has 5. San Francisco has 5. Those the elite, but I mean after that it's like a toss-up, and shout out Tom Brady. He's the guy that you love to hate. He's so good, but you don't want him to win. It's kind of like the Boston Celtics. I used to love the Celtics. And remember, everybody used to be like, the Boston Celtics are racist. They got all the white players on there. But little did people know, the Celtics had a black coach, and they were just good. The Patriots were just that good. I tell you what, though, they let him go because he was getting old, and we see that a lot in society. When you at your peak, they holding you down. When you start getting older and you start having views about stuff, that's when people start to stray away and throw you out so you can go do something else, unexpected. But Tom Brady has proven people wrong. The last time they won was 2002. Before that, they hadn't won at all. So just take that as a lesson. Hey, look, I don't care if you 80 or 8 or 68 or 28. It ain't never too late to do what you need to do to prove a point. And at the end of the day, you ain't got to prove a point to nobody, but prove it to yourself that you are capable of going to that next level, no matter what's happening in or around you. All right, well, shoot, let's bring in the family. Shawnee, my sister, Action Jaxon, my big bro. Did y'all watch the game yesterday?
No.
Oh.
What?
I was tired after Action Jaxon Super Swing Golf Tournament. No, I came home. The only thing I did was take my shoes off, and I climbed in my Tempur-Pedic. And that was
Oh.
What about you, Action? You watched the game?
Of course. I had to watch that game. A football fan. And, I was hoping, again, I'm an AFC person. And so I was hoping that even though, like you said, Tom Brady's this person that people got to love to hate, and that he is an elite quarterback, and you can't take that away from me. But I was hoping, like, at Kansas City, come on, do your thing, or at least make it an interesting game. And then very quickly, like I could pretty much say after they got their third score, I was like, this is not looking good. especially when Kansas City couldn't score. I was like, this is not looking good. This is not going to come out good. So yeah, but it was an interesting game, to say the least. It was good to see Tom Brady play the way he did, and I totally agree with the whole age thing, seeing that I'm the oldest one on the panel.
Yeah, it's crazy because that was the first time that Kansas City hadn't scored a touchdown since November of 2017. So
yeah,
they straight got shut down. So a lot to talk about with the football game, but I want to first of all shout out to Queen. I see she checked in. Hey, Queen. I definitely want to shout out everybody who came to Action Jackson's Super Swing Golf Tournament yesterday in Dallas, Texas. Wow, we had a great time, man. I actually just want to shed some light on what happened yesterday.
Man, it was just so much fun, man. I got to shout out, especially the special people. Big Nate Livings, former Dallas Cowboy, Cincinnati Bengal, came through. One of my good friends, Vita Loca, came in, brought her family with her, and had a good time. It was nice seeing Vita. It's been a minute since I had a chance to see Vita, and it was good to see her. Good to see her son Dylan. Man, and that dude has gotten big. I mean, you see, the funny thing about this whole situation is a lot of people don't realize, radio, just like any other business, it's a small fraternity. It's not a lot of people in it. And once you're in it, and you're family with a lot of these people. So like all of us like have known each other for decades. And it's like, just to see Vita go from where I met her originally when I first moved here to Dallas to where she's at now, and then to know her son. Because again, a lot of people, like yesterday she said that, but it's like, when I first moved here to Dallas in 2000, Vita was just somebody, me and Daryl Johnson, who was a program director at the time, met her at the club, just doing her thing at the club. And then Daryl came to me and was like, you know what? She would be good on the radio. And I was like, really? You think so? Because me and Daryl were roommates, because Daryl moved me out here from DC to do the afternoons. But I didn't have a place. Yeah, I didn't have that. Wow. He picked me because it was like I was working at KYS in DC for like 4 or 5 years. And Daryl actually was the assistant program director to Steve Hagwood. And then when he left, he went someplace else, and Radio One started buying all these stations. And then he was a program director in Dallas. And then I applied for the job doing afternoons, and he was like, yeah. But when I moved out here, I didn't have a place to stay. So for like a month or so, I was living with DJ. So he would take me out all around Dallas, show me around. And Vita was one of the first people that he introduced me to when we went to this club. And actually, Vita was funny to me because she was like that Cyndi Lauper type. I mean, she'd go to the club. She have on a wild-looking skirt, different color hair, just flamboyantly dressed coming into the club. I mean, she was definitely standoutish. And he came to me and said, like, she would get on the radio. You think so? And I was like, yeah, let's try out. And so Vita came on to a Sunday show with me and DJ Chase. And we brought her on. Well, I was the first person she was on the radio with. And she did a radio show with me and DJ Chase when we was doing like Throwback Sundays. So I told her all about radio, how to do radio, how to get in, get it out of breaks, all that other good stuff. So to see her go from there to where she's at now, and then to see her son from when her son was first born to now, I mean, it's just such a crazy progression. And the same with Nate's kids. I mean, and then just seeing Lamont there. Lamont was in my bay. Hey, what's up, Lucy? Seeing Lamont in my bay from JP Salsa, and then having Kevin Kirksey there. I mean, and then Shawnee. Can I just say Shawnee, the leader of Media Room 360, who really pioneered all this stuff and got the ball rolling. Yeah, got the ball rolling. I mean, it was just an amazing event. It was. Everybody got trophies. We got gift bags. And it was just Top Golf was just such a good co-partner with this. It was such a great event. I thought, I mean, I had fun. I mean, you had me on the golf course. You had me in my element. So if it was only 3 people there, if it was only us 3 there, I was going to have a good time.
Yeah, we did have a good time. Shout out to all of our sponsors too. So JP Salsa, JP Chip and Dip Salsa.
It's not just for chips.
Not just for chips. Kevin Kirksey, Wise Fisherman Church, First Lady Jackie Gordon brought her family out. That was really nice. Nate and his family, they were amazing. They made like 3 donations. Yeah, like 3. Like for real.
Yeah. That's my man.
The wife already donated, and he was like, that's okay. That's her money. Now this is my money. Okay.
Man, hold up.
Yeah.
That's black love right there. That's awesome. Man.
Yeah, man.
And definitely our Yeah, I was just about to say our family from the channel, like you said, Basil
Yeah.
and Akil and Mucky.
Males.
You
Yeah.
know, males came.
Family.
Antoinette came out here from North Carolina. Recipe for Conversation. You know, just it's nice, man. It's a great time to get together, man. Now, if it was nice, but if it wasn't no COVID going around, that thing we might have had to shut 75 down. It would have been crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
I wanted to, do more. There were more things that I did want to do, but it was cold. Well, it wasn't cold, but it was kind of cool. So maybe in the spring or the summer we can do it again. But we have.
Yeah, that's the next one.
More time.
Black Egypt! Shout out Black Egypt, because Black Egypt came through, and I said next time, man, we do this, man, we're gonna have to have you perform here and do a performance before we get down with the golf, or at least afterwards, something like that.
All right. Well,
yeah, he said he'd love to do that.
Yeah. Top Golf reached out to me today.
Did they?
Wanted to know, how everything went. They enjoyed having us. I filled out the survey, told them everything was great, and we would love to come back. So we're going to start a conversation again.
That's what's up. So now they know that they can get some. Nah, let me be quiet. we can behave. I'll say that because I was gonna say something totally different.
Yeah.
Oh, but actually, you need to let them know you did win the whole tournament, which is.
We don't have to talk about that.
Well, it
was a nice.
Somebody hit me and asked me who won, so I was like, I don't know. Look at the show.
Yeah, but see,
got awards. All the kids
all the kids got medals.
They were the winners.
But see, I was like, because for me, I was like, it didn't really matter. But I was like, how's Shawty gonna stack the teams like that? Me and Nate, the only real golfers out there, and then she put me and Nate on.
Lamont was in that ball too. Oh, but he was on your team though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Me and Nate, the only real golfers out there, she put us all on the same team.
Well, Nate was the captain, and I put him with LaPont because of the Cincinnati connection.
Right.
Then I wanted to try to put everybody with people that they, kind of knew, so they not standing on.
Yeah.
So I put you with Nate, and then Binks, Bay. Who was your sponsor? Kevin.
Kevin Kirsten. Yeah.
So
that's why
DJ Red. Shout out DJ Red came through. Bang bang.
Yeah. And then
Air Fry King.
They had 5 people, and then I put my mom with them. And then the media room Bay, we all knew each other. I mean, we all media room.
Yeah.
But what shocked me? Second place, because those were all kids. Those were Basil's kids.
Yeah.
Beja is, so the Summer and Jasmine are the oldest, but they were in a different bay. Can't remember what place
they was over there with us.
But Beja Trailer, the little baby, I keep calling her Jada. That is not her name. The little
Jaden?
baby.
No.
Her name not Jaden either. It's something else. She keeps correcting me. Those were kids. Like them. Beja, I think Beja might be like 14. Trailer, like Carly and Cameron's age. They came in second.
Yeah, kids can play. Kids. See, the thing about golf is you don't overthink it, and kids get out there and just hit the ball, and that's always a plus, because when you get out there and you're older like me, you try to overthink it, and that's when you hit messed up shots. But I tried to go in everybody's bay and help them out. So.
Yeah, you did a couple times, because you hit a couple of my balls because I wasn't there. I was doing something else. I don't know. But, this is what I didn't understand. Them little bitty skinny ones, I don't like those. Why can't we just use the big fat ones? Because it seemed like that'll be easier to hit the ball.
Yeah, I agree.
No, each club that you have in your bag is for different distances. So it's like if, say for example, the big ones that you're talking about, the drivers, those are your number one clubs. Those are your drivers. That's when you want to go at least 200 to 300 plus yards. You use that club right there to tee off with, to start off your round with. But say for example, if you see the green and you are like less than 20 yards away, or if you're less than 10 yards away, if you pull that big old club out and you connected with that ball like you wanted to, that ball would go like 50, 60 yards past the hole. So,
but I mean, yeah, so since we up on that thing, shouldn't we have been using that to try to get it all the way to the
no. See what the competition was, because they had different levels. Because he started us off on the yellow flag.
Yeah.
And then he moved us from the yellow flag to the blue flag, and from the blue flag to the brown one. And then beyond the brown one was the white one. The white one was the one way out there.
I never saw that.
Yeah. So like if you would have pulled that number one club trying to hit that yellow flag that was real close to us, you would have never did that, because again, if you would have caught the ball correctly like you wanted to, you would have hit that ball like 20, 30 yards past that hole. So again, each club distinguishes a different distance on the golf course. So you start off with your lowest club, which is a wedge, and then you work your way up to your highest club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do that. If you're just tuning in,
Yeah.
to Big Bink's Break Room podcast with DJ Big Bink, Shawnee Scott, and Action Jaxon. Make sure you download our free app at Media Room 360. Just go into your app store, type in Media Room 360. It is completely free. You can watch everything for free. There are no subscriptions, no fees. And while we are talking about fundraisers and giving back, let's take some time to welcome Mr. Anthony Brown to the show.
What's good, everybody? What's really happening?
Here with us today, the president of the UNCF National Alumni Council.
Oh, you got it today.
I sure did. I got it, brother. I was practicing. It's a new
pays to go to rehearsal.
So how did you pan out last week with Cheyenne University? Was it Cheyenne and Lincoln University?
It's Cheney University
Cheney,
and Lincoln University of Pennsylvania are two oldest HBCUs.
Don't let the laugh out, baby.
No, it's all good. I thought it was in Missouri last week, so I ain't saying nothing.
because it's two, there are two Lincoln University, but this is the original. This is the first.
Right.
So, but okay, so we are still raising money until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for both Cheney University and Lincoln University of Pennsylvania. We're both around $500 each. I was really trying to encourage the people. Like, listen, last year I think I did $490 for Cheney. So I'm trying to get to $491. So I'm a little low, but I know sometimes it's like, oh, I forgot about it. So what I did is I personally sent out messages to everybody who gave last year saying, don't forget until you got until 11:59 tonight to still give. So about $500 in both of those categories for both of those schools, give or take. But not only did we start those two schools today, yes, there you go. We started Clark Atlanta University and Wilberforce University today. So those two. So as we are closing up the first two, we are now starting the two new schools for this week. And something interesting that you may not know about Clark Atlanta University. A lot of people don't know that this is a result of a merger of two institutions. So it was actually Atlanta University, which was a graduate school program, and Clark College, which is an undergraduate school program. And the two schools merged. Well, they joined forces in 1988. That's how we got Clark Atlanta University. So there's actually two different schools. So
wow.
I put a call out today saying I need Clark College alum, I need Atlanta University alum, and I need Clark Atlanta University alum, because all three of them, they like their own individualized attention first.
Right.
And then Wilberforce University is our oldest private HBCU in the country. Much like, again, Lincoln and Cheney, Wilberforce was started by freed slaves. So they were, they're our oldest, right after the Civil War. Abolished slavery, and they said, you know what, we're gonna start our own school, and they did it right here in Ohio.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So we are already. I can tell you right now that Clark Atlanta is already over. They're about $500 in already, and this is only day one. And Clark Atlanta is already in. They already in $500 already. So
nice.
They're already gunning for the number one spot, because last year Clark Atlanta came in like in third place with like 11,000. So they're gunning for first place this year. They're gunning for first place with the most money raised. So we're going to see what happens. So tomorrow night on Clubhouse, I got alums from Clark Atlanta, Wilberforce, or any other HBCU alumni want to come in. We're talking about the whole idea of homecoming and the bigger picture. Like, what does homecoming really, really mean? I mean, look at you. Come on, Shelly. You better have the graphics. You better have the graphics.
Killing it.
I'm here for you. So it's more than homecoming. My HBCU experience was dope. You know, so we can talk about your story, about all that. So we got our LinkedIn, we got our Linktree. Yeah, we got Linktree app on the Instagram pages, and it's gonna be inside the clubhouse. People can give right on the clubhouse right then, so that we can be able to track those dollars. And we're gonna be very excited. So that's a good conversation on Tuesday night. Then we come back on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. for our live podcast. And then once we do the live, we're going to convert everything, and then you can go listen to the show on Spotify starting on Thursday morning. Yeah, we all over the place now. We growing. We growing. We out here.
No, that's super dope. That's, man.
Clap.
Absolutely.
Oh, shout out real quick. I want to shout out all the HBCU alums who were in the game. I really didn't watch much of the game. Look, I'm more so about the halftime and the commercial.
Should have been about the game. I saw the halftime. Should have been about the game.
I know, but that halftime, I'm like, they was walking around with jock straps on their face for masks. I'm like, what is this? But there were some alumni who were dancing. I know it was quite a few HBCU alums that were performing in the halftime, but yeah, it was what it was. I'm really here for the snacks. It's the snacks for me.
I didn't see. I watched some of it today, and I got bored.
Oh yeah, you didn't miss nothing on the halftime.
Yeah. No, and nothing against the weekend too, because I mean, I'm sure his fans enjoyed it.
Oh
yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not a fan, and so for me, I was just like, "Who's all these dudes? Can we get some chicks out of here?"
Well, I look at it like this. We had another black man come out and perform at the NFL Super Bowl. So that got to stand for something if it was trash or not. At least we was represented. Now, was it the perfect fit? No, because when you think of the weekend, you think of the mid-tempo, slow songs anyway. But the fact that it was an African-American out there doing his thing, I give him the big ups. That's just me, though.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody said his performance was like a haunted strip club, a haunted house strip club or something. That's what it reminded them of.
Well, he said he put $7 million into it of his own money. So I don't know what that paid for, but yeah.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could co-sign to what you said. Like, we could big up it was a black man in the Super Bowl, but you thinking like he paid for this. So we didn't really get no progress. He paid. It's like he was the lowest bidder. And I'm like, if they wanted to really make some progress, why did they put in the guy that just partnered up with them, Jay-Z?
Maybe he didn't want it.
I mean, Jay-Z was the face of it for a long time. You remember that when Black Lives Matter, all that other stuff? Now, why couldn't they get him or to get in there and say, like, Jay, we want you to do the halftime show. You got a fantastic wife. Y'all put it together. That would have been halftime show.
Awesome. That would have been awesome. I'm so used to the collaborations. It used to be like a mashup between.
Yeah.
Like, this all him. It's like this all him.
Yeah. I mean,
they would split the cost, but I mean, like Beyonce's done Super Bowl 3 times now. Destiny's Child. She did it once by herself, and then with Bruno Mars and somebody else.
Brady won 7. We ain't tired of seeing him. So
Tom Brady got paid to play.
Yeah,
they have to pay to perform.
Don't think they ain't getting something from Pepsi. Now they got Pepsi and do. I'm quite sure Pepsi done got something on the deal now. They didn't put something on.
Come on, man. I'm just saying, but I'm saying even if they would have had to pay, Jay was working with the NFL. They could have cut him a deal.
Yeah, he's supposed to be in charge of the whole. I mean, he might have set the whole weekend thing up. He's supposed to be. His position is he's in charge of the music side of the NFL. So he might have set the whole weekend thing up.
Maybe.
Well, that was a bad move on his part then, because that halftime did not go off like it should have went. I thought Bruno Mars was better than that.
Oh, that was a show. That was a show.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
They could have brought Britney Spears out of retirement.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You went too far.
But I'm shooting for. Listen, they might just come on. How about this?
Good show.
They either going to put an HBCU band on the field. That's it. Just give us a halftime show.
There we go.
There you go.
How about that?
There you go.
I'm quite sure any of our bands could give you a good 15, 20-minute show stopper with all the hits.
They can do a battle of the bands.
Yeah.
PV and Southern.
That's it. You put a band out there, we got you. That's
that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Done deal.
Done deal. So if people want to donate, do they join to keep up with everything going on at HBCU Alumni Cares?
There you go. You already know. So there you go. So you can follow us on HBCU Alumni Care, or you can join the HBCU Alumni United page, group page. And also, I don't know, I'm gonna send you this other commercial, Shani, a little bit later. You know, Facebook did a Black History commercial. It just launched this past weekend, and it talked about all the influencers of Black history, today Black history, and all the influential HBCU of Black groups that are on Facebook. And the HBCU Alumni United is in the promo.
That's what that is. It is.
They said that we are some influencers out here in this social media land. So they reached out to me a couple weeks ago, like, "Hey, we want to put you in this commercial." I'm like, "It's not me, but it's just the name."
Yeah.
It's just the idea that they highlight like several different HBCU African American groups.
Right.
So, but I'm actually I'm gonna play the commercial on Wednesday. There you go. So I'm glad you put it up there. So on Wednesday, we are going to premiere the commercial again for anybody who didn't see it on Wednesday night during our live podcast show. So again, it's a great commercial that Facebook put together. But again, this week we are raising money for Clark Atlanta University and Wilberforce University. All week long, none of the money ever touches my hand. It goes straight from you, the donor, to the institution, so it can help support students to get to and through. They help them with scholarships, help them with technology, help them with resources, even throughout all this right now. Y'all did see an article real recently that came out that saying enrollment at HBCUs have gone up even during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we are doing some things because, again, people realize the fact that you can be whatever you want if you go to an HBCU, and we want to do our part to help it make happen as alumni, because we believe that every HBCU alum can support every HBCU. Why? Because we are stronger together when we are standing united. I'll see you all in Clubhouse tomorrow, and I'll see you on the show on Wednesday.
All right.
Appreciate you, big bro.
All right, I'll see you on next week.
All right, baby.
Loving that hoodie. Love that hoodie.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, send us one. Oh, damn, he gone. Oh, well.
He can still hear you.
Yeah, send us one, Anthony. As soon as you get 3 of them, 2X over here, baby.
Yeah,
it's
large.
Let's talk about this weekend thing, though. You know, like I saw Twitter, like smashing them, like just going in, comments. Oh, it was horrible, it was terrible. But well, a couple of people took the stance that I said, like, well, you know, hey, I mean, we had, you know, kind of like hip hop and R&B was kind of representing, you know, I mean, y'all looking at it like it was horrible, but I mean, hey, like, are there some positives that come out of this? I mean, again, I don't know if y'all agree with me or not, if anybody on the show listening right now agree, but the fact that, you know, even if you're not a fan, you know, just give them a nod because it was our music being displayed at halftime of the game. So that's my thoughts. What y'all say?
Well, yeah, I mean, on that point, yeah, as the Black man, we got to be supportive of that and applaud him on that. But I'm gonna need him to rethink some things because he didn't came for a year with these bandages on his face for this video, which was crazy. But maybe that's his thing. I don't know. I like his music. He does have some hits. You know, you can't take that from him just performance wise. He's boring to me anyway, you know, but I like his music.
Yeah, he's not a dancer, you know. Yeah. I think he did 8 songs. He had 14 minutes. And as far as the thing he had on his face, I know when he performed at the American Music Awards a couple of weeks ago, he had that same thing, he had that same jacket on. They say that jacket took 250 hours to make. I think it was all diamond up or whatever. But I think he got a song out right now too.
For this video he did. So once he did the video, then he took the bandages off. It was a promo. It was a year-long promo with these bandages.
He had to keep that on for a year?
I'm not that. I mean, he would only put it on when he go out.
Oh my God. Yeah.
If you see the video,
I hope they paid that fool a lot of money for that.
This is stuff he is coming up with. This stuff that he coming up with.
Oh, gotcha.
Man.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So he has good songs. It's just he's not a good performer. I mean, to me.
I mean, I thought the whole thing was kind of nah. Especially
his set design, the design of the set. Now that was off the chain. I love that. The way he came out in the car, where he's sitting in the car, and the way they had everything.
Yeah, that was good at the beginning.
Yeah, all of that.
That's what I thought too, B. That's what I thought too, though.
Yeah, no. He said it was supposed to be very cinematic. That's what he said. So
yeah. No, I mean the mirror thing kind of got me sick. I started getting vertigo when he was running through the mirror thing. So I was like, dude, get me out. Get me out.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, get me out of here.
I was like, what is he doing? Like,
yeah. I felt like he was Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon, and I was just like, get me out of the glass room, please. You're scaring me right now. And then it's like when all the people came out and cloned out, I was like, when they did the casting call, they should have went for one size, because you saw a couple people out in that thing that weren't fitting that suit just exactly right.
That's funny.
The suit just wasn't kicking right, but they were filling up a space. I mean, in our business, though, this is what we pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? Like the details. Like for the average person probably just watching the Super Bowl, they probably didn't catch half the stuff that I caught. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we do. So we look for, we kind of like automatically block out certain things. Like when he starts singing, you're like, okay, he's singing. Let me look around at other things because I know the song. So you start looking at the cinematic stuff. You start looking at the people in the audience and what he's doing as opposed to listening to the song. And like I said, I started looking at a lot of stuff when he was singing because I'm not that big of a fan anyway. And I started picking on a lot of stuff. And I was like, really? Like, that's crazy.
It was just little stuff that I saw throughout the whole presentation of the Super Bowl yesterday that I thought was dope. They only had 22,000 people at the Super Bowl yesterday, which seems like a whole bunch of people, but in a stadium that holds about 60, that's like maybe 1/3 of but the replacement people in the seats was cracking me up because from a drone shot it looked completely full, but you got all the people in them cardboard people. I was like, man, that looked like real people. So,
no, I was just thinking when he said there was only a certain amount of people there, I was like, but still, out of just a short amount of people there, they had the streaker. Did you see the streaker?
Oh my God!
I'm like, where did he come from? Who let him in?
I forgot what company. I know he got a lot of bread for that because he ran out there for that company that he had on that leotard. And
he had a leotard.
Did you see him juke them boys though? Did you see him juke them boys?
Yeah.
And the fat security guard fell and rolled over.
Yeah, the black one fell. He juked both of them, but then he didn't quite get all the way into the end zone. He slid feet first. I'm like, dude, you ain't really scored a touchdown, man. I mean, you got in there, but you slid feet first, man. You should have dove in there.
No, but if you would have been watching the game, Tony Romo and I forgot who was helping Tony with the commentary. I forgot his name, but Tony Romo, and it was like, man, that's the best run of the night.
Yeah, he juked them boys, and he was a thick dude. He was a thick dude, man. I was like, man, this is hilarious, man. So he probably went to jail. They set it up so he can get bailed out. He'll go to court.
Yeah.
He'll probably be on every talk show.
They jail for that?
Yeah, I mean it's trespassing, whatever, endangerment, all that stuff, because he could have hurt
disorderly conduct. Yeah,
all
kind of charges.
Incite a riot, like just all kind of stuff. And
I'm glad he wasn't black, because they probably would have shot him on the field.
Oh no, he'd have been out of
there. No, they tackled. He would probably scored a touchdown if he'd have been black. But that first juke move he did, he hit it. He made dude fall. Like I was like, dang.
The crowd was going crazy when he juked him.
Yeah.
Like, oh! I know when I saw
How
it.
did he get to the ground? How did he get down?
No, he just jumped up. He had a ticket to the Super Bowl. He was a fan. He was like a spectator that got accepted in there. Mm-hmm. And then at that certain point in time, he got the cue.
Yeah, somebody was sleeping. They wasn't paying attention.
No, I mean just like basketball though, it's not hard if you've been to a football stadium. All you gotta do is hop that first row of seats and you down on the field. So it's like he just hopped that first row of seats and jumped down on the field. It's even easier at the Cowboys Stadium because they got ground level seating. So it's like, but yeah, that was funny though, boy. I was like, man, because if you watch videos of it, different videos of it, like when you see some spectators filming it from different angles, you can hear them talking, and that's the funny. The commentary is hilarious.
Yeah,
but you're right. He didn't score a touchdown.
Yeah, man, he slid feet first, man. I was like, oh, come on, man, man. But I'm sure he got his bread for that, though. Hey, you do what you gotta do when you need bread.
I guess I need to do that. I need to sign up. I need to sign up.
Hey, look, these nipples still ready to be seen. Hey, look.
You just got to run down the field, right?
That's what that is.
Okay.
You're right,
I'll show you something.
Bells, that was probably the most exciting part of the game. No, I got actually a couple of those interceptions was pretty cool too. How they flipped off the interceptions, but yeah, I was hoping they would attack him too. Oh man, that was funny though. That was some comedy.
So have we heard anything else about this Trey Songz deal? Now that's one that kind of then set this. Now that I know he has a single, he has this performance on Valentine's Day. What they doing about his case? We ain't heard nothing else about this case.
I haven't heard anything. Like it kind of went away.
Zero.
Because he got out that next day or that next morning or whatever. So after that, I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard him speak on it. I haven't seen any vlogs about it or anything. So I'm sure he'll do his concert and we'll be talking about him again and when the single come out.
Interesting.
So,
yeah, that's all. Just interesting.
Very interesting. A couple of things. Well, two things. This is Big Bink's Break Room Podcast. Want to thank y'all again for the continued support. We notice how the numbers are going up since we have been shouting people out and thanking you and just continuing to be consistent when we're on weekdays at 8:00. Make sure you download the app, Media Room 360. But follow us on all social media too. All social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you check the videos out at YouTube and you see it's like 4 views, just leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? Just leave a comment. Let us know you was there. Also, when you talk about social media, if you wasn't able to make the event and, maybe you're in Oklahoma City or you're in Arizona or you're in Ohio, always talking my family out there, or if you're in Indianapolis, if you're on the West Coast in Oakland, check out all of the pictures from yesterday's event on our Facebook page. It's a couple of videos, couple of short videos, a lot of pictures, but check it out. And definitely we could be coming to your city real soon to raise money for the community around your way. All right. What's up, Carla? My sister just checked in. I think we saw Lucy on here. We got Mels on here from the morning show. Hey, Jackie. I didn't know Jackie was here. Turn up, Jackie. And Demetrius. And the queen, we call it, Sherry Erskine, but we call her the queen. She checking in. Have you all seen? I was very disappointed when I saw this, and I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was just a matter of time. But when I saw it, I shed a tear. I shed a tear because this represents the downfall of Cardi B. Have you all seen it? What I'm talking about?
What? No. What's wrong with Cardi B?
She got
I
that
saw the
nose.
commercial.
Yeah, see that nose job? She got that nose
No.
job.
She got
The
a
nose,
job.
yeah, the nose was regular nose. Now it's Michael Jackson nose. It's skinny.
I need
this,
proof.
like this, like
I need
you
to
know how
Google
it be
shot.
like.
Yeah, I need to Google. I needed to Google before and after.
Just go to images. Now she look like Lil Kim Minaj put together. That's what she looked like.
Oh no.
Oh, let me get my phone, see if I see it.
When I seen her on Instagram yesterday, I was like, wow. The nose is where it starts. We saw that with so many people. Lil Kim looked, well, you know what she looked like. Cardi B looked like.
Man, yeah. I'm so mad at Lil Kim though, because if you look at original pictures of Lil Kim,
oh wow, yeah,
she was a beautiful, beautiful woman.
She was cute back then.
It was.
Hardcore. Then, I mean, take away her bent over, but hardcore album, she was beautiful.
Yeah.
Junior Mafia video, she was beautiful.
Yeah, Junior Mafia, Lil Kim, and then she just went like way too far with it.
I think Get Money was her peak though, of being fine. Like on Get Money, she was like the finest ever.
Oh man, Kim was everybody's poster girl.
I seen her a couple of years ago. I mean, I was just like, wow. I mean, she just made up. She done been under the knife, and it don't even look real.
Now, see, when they get like that, I imagine myself, oh, that's not bad. That looks more like makeup.
That's not a good picture. That's the latest one?
Yeah, that's the first one that pops up. Ooh, you can see all her lace front.
So the nose is on the left.
Let's see.
And all the stuff I was looking at, she was like dancing and stuff. I didn't even know it was her. I'm like, who's this girl? She still look fine on here though. But you can see how skinny it is at the top now.
Yeah.
I wonder why do they do that? Like they always, I hate that we go through that as women. I've never had I would be lying if I said there was never a time that I thought about it. That I was like, oh, if I just do this and I do that, it'll be okay. But I never went through with it until I had to get I didn't have to, but until I got my double mastectomy. Now, after I did that, I said, oh, hell no, it ain't nowhere in the world that I would be able to do that. But we still beat ourselves up about,
beauty.
Our pictures and, trying to look a certain way. And I don't know. I mean, it's because, here lately, I've had to deal with myself on that and come into terms of being, confident about who I am and where I'm at now, just like this. It's like, girl, you got to recognize you done had 3 children, a stroke, a heart attack, and breast cancer.
Yeah.
You look like you looked when you were 21. But it's amazing, that we do that. We beat ourselves up bad.
Yeah, hardcore. And let me give you an inside tip. Maybe it's just me. And Bink, you can chime in on this if you want to. But for me, if a woman can't look slightly different, like my wife, like I can see my wife with makeup or without makeup, and to me, the difference is very subtle. You know what I'm saying? Like she looks the same, basically waking up as she does when she gets ready to go. And I can tell when she puts on makeup and touches up herself, of course, but it's never overpowering. And I've always been a guy that's always loved and adored natural beauty. And to me, women have always just been naturally beautiful. It's like when you start putting on all the makeup and everything else, that's the thing that turns me off. I'm like, ugh, like I can't do you because I don't know what you're gonna look like in the morning.
Yeah.
If I see you now, I don't know what you're gonna look like in the morning. And I'm like, Yeah, I'm like, I can't do that. And again, women have always just been naturally beautiful. And the thing I was laughing about with you is funny how women can call out stuff like that. Like when you saw the Cardi B picture, you was like, oh, you can see her lace front. I was like, what is she talking about? I was like, I don't see
I
nothing.
mean, we had those issues, and we
Yeah.
be so hard on ourselves about it. When I went to the beauty shop to get my hair done, like I felt bad because, well, y'all know I got a head full of hair up under here, but there were women in there that, like, they didn't have. I don't know what happened, but their hair, had come out. So the style that I'm getting is something that they had to get just to have hair. Like,
Oh.
I don't have to do it.
See, guys don't know none of this. We like dumb.
Yeah. Have to do it, and I can only imagine what that's like, because I was sitting there thinking to myself, well, because with the cancer, my hair came out, but I didn't lose, like, I didn't have any bald spots. My hair, I just had big clunks that would come out, and it grew back stronger and thicker and longer. But imagine if I had, places where I don't have hair, and this is what I have to do.
Yeah.
And the woman that was sitting in the chair, like, even without hair, she didn't have no makeup on either. I thought she was a really pretty woman.
Yeah.
But, I can only imagine how she feels, because I know, like, when we finish this, I go in there and wipe all this makeup off. I put the makeup on right before we start. The whole day, I put the same thing with the morning show. I put the makeup on, the lashes on. When we finish it, I'm pulling the lashes off and wiping everything off my face. And I go through the day with a bare face. Then I get back made up for this. Then I take it off.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that natural beauty, it's not promoted like, like getting all the lashes and braids and all that stuff is promoted. Like I was telling my daughter this, she went to some banquet or something with a cheer squad, and some girl came over and put makeup on her face, and I was just like, I mean, she looked beautiful after she got through, but I told her at dinner the next day, I was like, look, you don't need that makeup to be pretty. You're already pretty. So remember that, so
yeah.
At the end of the day, I think, closest to kin need to be, reinforcing, that the kids are beautiful no matter what they look like. All the stuff our little neighborhood and moms and dads used to tell us growing up. You can do anything you want to and all of them stuff. Like it's true. But we know that makeup and hair is a $1 billion industry. So
yeah,
it ain't going nowhere.
And that's why I applaud Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley. She's in the Congress right now. She had alopecia, I think it was, or something like that, something with her hair. And so she came into Congress wearing a wig because she had issues with her hair. And then she finally was like, forget all that. I ain't doing that. And she is totally bald right now. And I think she's beautiful. Like she ain't got no hair. She is like Sinead O'Connor bald. And I'm like, man, she looks beautiful right now. I mean, just straight bald. And I'm like, man, she's incredible. So again, I think I know it's tough on women. I can't pretend to even begin to walk in your shoes and what you got to go through for us knuckleheads out here trying to impress or catch one of us. But just let it be known that natural beauty is always a good thing.
And it's cheaper. You know me. Shout out my big bro OP from Wichita Falls, Texas. And Carla, you in Arizona? I forget where you at, Carla. Let us know where you at. I forget where you at. Is it Arizona or somewhere on the West Coast?
When you wear your hair natural, you still have to buy products to keep it up. And now that's one thing I'll say about my oldest daughter. Now she had really long hair, but there was an incident where she went to see her dad, and his wife didn't do what was, and I said, if they go swimming, you got to wash their hair, or else their hair will fall out. So what happened? The stepmama didn't care, and my baby's hair fell out. And so Carly was really, that hurt her. But she loves wearing her afro. Like if I'm like, well, you want to put this, because I had bought her clips and stuff. She's like, I don't want to wear that. I want to wear my own hair.
Yeah.
I so love that about her. Like, I like my hair, and it took her a while to get there. Because every time I think about it, I want to go to Kentucky and choke that woman.
I know that's right. Hell wrong with her.
Oh man, hey, real quick though, everybody, this is Big Bink's Break Room. Don't forget, download the podcast, download the Media Room 360 app for free. Catch us every night at 8 o'clock. And with Big Bink, Shawnee, and me, Action. And do you guys see the girl on social media that put the glue in her hair? She's talking about suing the glue company.
The Gorilla Glue, yeah.
Yeah. She's talking about suing the Gorilla Glue company now.
But she the one that put it on. It didn't say put it on your head.
So let me get this straight. The way she put it on, because her hair was slicked down this way and this way, wait, like this. Yeah. And she said it had been like that for like what, about a couple of weeks or whatever?
Yeah.
And she tried to get it out, and she had soap, and she was like, look, watch this. and she couldn't get it out. But my thing is, Shawnee, I mean, you can help me with this. I don't know if it was a prank or are there episodes where y'all have to put glue in y'all hair to like that? I mean, I don't know.
So
explain it.
So I have bundles, and this part up here that looks like a scalp. Okay. It's called, I'll show y'all, but that's a frontal. No, I have a closure. A frontal goes all the way down. So I have a closure that's just, on the top. Now, the first time she installed this, she used something called Got to Be Glued to lay the thing down, and then they sew it around it. Okay. Got to Be Glued it's like a gel. It's a tacky kind of material that holds your hair down. But when I took it out, there was like, and see, I got hair, so I be mad a little bit. But the residue stayed there. But I just took some oil and put it in there, and it'll break it down. Okay, this time what she did, instead of putting the Got to Be Glue on there, she put this piece on a hairband. So it's like a hairband around my head, and then she sewed the tracks and everything into that. That glue, yes. I have heard of women using Gorilla Glue to hold their lace fronts down and their frontals and their closures, because you don't want it to move and you don't want it to raise up. So like the last couple of weeks on the show, my little frontal was sticking up, but you can't tell on camera. Like, they look so good on camera. Now, if you would have been standing in front of me in person, like when y'all saw me, I had a hat on. That's why, because my little part was coming up. And let me be clear, it wasn't the beautician's fault that
was my next question.
It was in my
Favor.
It was my fault, because I have a can of Got to Be Glued, and I sprayed it and tried to put it down myself and didn't do it right. So it wasn't her, it was me that did that. So this time she put the band on there. Of course, that'll save your edges. Because sometimes that stuff will pull your hair out that you do have, and you don't want to lose that. But I mean, what she did with that Gorilla Glue, I'm pretty sure there's other people that do that, because I have heard of girls using Gorilla Glue to hold their little wigs and hair pieces.
I'm taking notes, Lucy. Taking notes. I'm trying to figure. I got girls. I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
You don't need Gorilla Glue.
But
Gorilla Glue is for stuff like one of the cabinets came off.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
That's what I use that.
Yeah.
I'm fixing wood and doing all kind of stuff with Gorilla Glue. I put one of my plastic things on my Tahoe and kept it in place with Gorilla Glue. And people putting that on their skin, like it probably affect the skin a certain way too, right? There's chemicals in there, right?
He said that it was burning her head.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, it was eating into her scalp.
So hold on, did you see her eyelashes? Her eyelashes was out here.
Did you see her eyes?
Yeah, but that's her eyelashes was out here. And every time she was talking, they was blinking. And I think she's from New Orleans? She's from New Orleans because she had that accent. Mels, was that your cousin? Is that your cousin, Mel? because her eyelashes was every time she blinked her eye, I was like, man, this hair almost hitting the camera. She was like, y'all saw what happened, right?
They were putting that glue in people's butts too, like when they get them butt implants.
Man, no, see y'all.
But that keep the silicone in place or something.
It causes a bad bacteria infection in your body.
No shit. It's like it's glue.
Yeah, they were using Fix-A-Flat and all of that.
I know that. Yeah, I remember that girl that was doing the Fix-A-Flat. Yeah, she was putting all kind of stuff in them, and then they kind of drained one out. I don't want to get too graphic for the podcast. Once they drained it out, man, straight chili dog action.
Oh man! So let me get this right.
Boo boo. Sorry.
So your her logic was my ass is getting flat. Let me put some Fix-A-Flat in it.
I mean, yeah, sometimes you feel that way because I sure be looking at mine like, dang, what has happened? I need to go get a butt.
Oh man, listen. I don't believe in karma, but God wants if He wants to get back at me. He put me back here as a woman because y'all go through way too much shit. If I come back as a woman, I'm committing suicide. I'm telling you right now. I'm not going through all this.
Waleek say Super Bowl in Tampa was lit. I work with celebrities and artists. It was fun. You was at the game, Waleek?
COVID
yeah, you
party.
Go get self-tested, bro. They was acting crazy in Tampa. But was you at the game? Elaborate on that. Was you actually at the game? And OP say, how was the fundraiser? It was freaking off the chain. Go to our Facebook page.
Yeah.
And you will see all the pictures.
Donated. I'm trying to see.
Probably was OP. I know he was asking me about donating yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm sure he did.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure he donated.
Let me see.
Yeah, thank you so much. For everybody that donated, thank you so much. I mean, people that are suffering from AIDS and HIV appreciate it, and I personally appreciate it. I really do. And you can still donate because I don't ride until 2022. So you can donate anytime until then. So it'd be good to do.
Tag us in some of your pictures, Waleek. Tag us in some of your pictures. Big Bink's break room. Tag us, man. Let us know you
Dylan took some pictures yesterday too. I want to see Dylan's pictures. So Dylan, Vita, if you're listening and Dylan's on, make sure Dylan start posting those pictures or start posting some of the stuff that he took yesterday. Because I'm very curious to see like his shots and stuff. And thank him for doing that. Appreciate that, D.
So I'll reach out to her again tomorrow, but I tried to connect with her today so we could get everything settled up. So okay, James Harris, let's see, Big Bink. Let's see. Sheree, that's Basil.
They go to link.
Jamie and Green.
Oh, they just put the link up, Carla.
Akili Johnson.
What's that? What you doing?
I'm reading the donation. Somebody else.
Oh, you see Otis. OP. What's your last name?
Oh, yes, OP made a donation on.
That's OP. Yeah.
February 6th.
Yeah, OP.
Thank you very
Wichita
much.
Falls. Love you, boy. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
It's up here. Okay.
That's him and that's
Waleek. Who is Waleek? Do we know Waleek? You know.
I don't know. He was at the game yesterday though. He said he was with
Waleek, you want to
with somebody.
Out. Waleek, you want to have a show? Is that what you gunning for? Because we can have that conversation, you know.
Yeah, Waleek, get on Media Room 360. Get it out there, brother.
Boosie. Okay. I already know what it was. You say he worked with Boosie. I can imagine what y'all did.
Oh, okay. Well, back to the.
Oh yeah, because I know that was a wild party then.
Yeah,
that was a wild party.
Thanks for sharing, Waleek.
I appreciate you, Waleek, man. We appreciate you, man. And look, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. Spread the word. New podcast in town, Big Bink's Break Room Podcast, hosted by Shawnee, Action, and your man Big Bink. And download the super duper Media Room 360 app. Spread the word. Download that bad boy. Check out all the shows on the channel. I guarantee you will be exclusively delighted. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hey, how you doing? What you doing? I be in the break room. I be in the break room. Hit 'em in the break room. What you doing? What you doing? What we doing? I be in the break room. I be in the break room.